Hey guys, I am Gautam and welcome to GChemix. In this video, I am going to talk about the 4 months preparation strategy, okay? And then I will be talking about some the important chapters for IIT JAM 2020, okay? That important topics from the IIT JAM chemistry syllabus. And finally, I will be talking about some kinds of helpful tips. So basically, before I start, I just want to tell you, if you are preparing for IIT JAM chemistry examination, then you can easily get the best quality study materials from me. And what I get, you will be getting those, and what I read and crack the IIT JAM examination in JAM 2018, and I will be sharing all those things. Okay, so if you want, you can just call me or WhatsApp me on this number on the screen below. Okay, so whatever, let's talk about some kind of strategic points. So there are some strategic points that you should take care of, like suppose you are in the third year of your examination in most of the cases, or for some of the students you have already passed out. So if you are in the third year, so you should not focus now. This is the time you have to focus on your third year, and also as well as for your IIT JAM 2020 examination. So how can you balance these two? So you have to compromise at least one, okay, and that should be of course your graduation. And you should, if and not it's not like that you have to compromise like 100%, okay. You have to compromise likely to be, suppose you are in the third year and you are preparing for IIT JAM examination, and your third year syllabus it's already going on, okay. It's getting finished like that. So you have to be regular in reading the all third year topics, because in IIT JAM chemistry examination also, the third year topics are also present in your graduation syllabus according to your graduation syllabus, and those topics are also present in the IIT JAM syllabus, okay. So for that reason you cannot ignore the third year quietly, okay. So that's the fact here. So but you have to focus on your JAM mostly, okay, because for JAM you need only 55% overall marks on, and whoever are want to pursue MSc or from IITs, or want to pursue or want to appear in JAM, they have these 55% marks, because it's very easy to get 55% marks overall, okay. So that is not tough that much. So you can easily get 55% marks, so that's quite easy to get. And another thing is, as is this is easy, so you can easily compromise your third year examination, but and fully focus on this on the IIT JAM examination. And almost 4 months left, so in this 4 months you just have to focus on your IIT JAM 2020 examination, okay. Remember this one, focus on the IIT JAM 2020 examination, okay. So that's all about the basics, the strategy. So how can you start your preparation? So I will be talking about, and in this video I will be talking about the strategy, but basically I will be discussing the physical chemistry syllabus, okay. Chemistry topics, what topics you should not you should read, you should revise all those things, okay, like that. So before we start, if we are talking about strategic points, the most important strategic points is, you have to finish the whole syllabus according to IIT JAM examination, okay. You have to finish the whole syllabus, okay. This is very important, otherwise it's very tough to crack the examination, okay. This thing you should allow to enter in your brain, okay, that you have to finish the whole syllabus, okay. Remember this one, my friends, remember this one, and start your preparation now. The first tip is read all those things according to JAM syllabus. Second top point is, remember, start your preparation from now, because abhi nahi to kabhi nahi. Remember this one, because at least 4 months are left. So within in this 4 months, if you read enough to crack the exam, if you practice the whole syllabus, if you read everything whatever is in the JAM syllabus, you can easily crack the examination easily, okay. That's the strategic points. And the third strategic points is, try to cover the whole topics, whole syllabus, whatever reading materials like that, within 3 months, and keep 1 month for practice, okay, and revise and practice all the previous year question papers. If you do have some kinds of practice sets that I will be providing you for free, of course, whoever has taken my notes, then practice all those things, okay. Do that things, okay. And whatever type of questions, just get the idea, okay, and just do research on those things, all those things, okay. So that should be very important. So this is about the basic things. Another important thing is, suppose uh, you are in the third year of your examination. Okay, so the topics which are in the third year, remember this one, the topics which is in the third year and also is in the jam, do read fast, do read fast. So we have talked about four different strategic points. First is complete the whole syllabus, second is start your preparation from now, third is complete the whole topics within 3 months. Okay, and then practice all those things, question papers, practice sets, whatever you have. Then just practice all those things within that 1 month. Okay, that is the month of January, and the February 9th, on that day the examination will be held. So that's all about that. And the fourth strategic point is, the third year topics which are in also in the jam syllabus, to read those fast. Okay, so these are the most important strategic points. So that's done. Okay, strategic points are done. So I will be talking about some important physical chemistry topics. Okay, in this video I will be talking only on physical chemistry, because if I add organic and inorganic chemistry, the video will be very lengthy. But in the subsequent videos, that is, you will get tomorrow another 2 videos, okay, regarding the same. Okay, that is organic and inorganic chemistry. So I will be talking about all those important chapter wisely. Okay, all those important topics and the corresponding things, corresponding facts. Okay, that you just verify yourself whether you know, or whether you have knowledge, or whether you have already read all those topics or not. If you read, then it's okay. If you didn't till now, then you should read, of course, in the future. Okay, just remember and correlate with your knowledge and with what I am talking about. So the first important chapter is basic mathematical concepts. So from here, okay, you just have to finish your all 11 12 class 11 12 basic mathematics, that is integration, differentiation, ordinary differential equations, then vector, matrix, and matrix determinants. Okay, statistics, probability is not that much important. Generally the most important thing is maxima, minima, integrations, ordinary differential equations, matrix determinants. These things are very important, and the basics, not in very deep manner. Okay, you just need to have some basic knowledge regarding this. Okay, basic integrations, basic ordinary differential equations, okay, and basic functions, maxima, minima, the formula, the corresponding conditions. Okay, the different kind of determinants, matrices, null matrices, then unit matrices, what are they? Okay, the definition, everything. Okay, transpose of a matrix, like that things. Okay, so just do read, do practice all these things, because from mathematical concepts you will get at least 10 2 to 3 marks you will get, of course. Okay, so if you finish, then you are 100 ahead of 100 people. Okay, 100 of your competitors. Okay, so that's mathematical concepts. That is not I will not considering this. Okay, but now coming to the chemistry chapters, that is about atomic and molecular structure. So from atomic and molecular structure, the most important thing is the quantum theory. Okay, so here the quantum theory is not mentioned. Okay, but in the most cases it's in the Schrodinger wave equation and quantum numbers. Okay, in the Schrodinger wave equation part it's included. Okay, but here they did not tell about anything like quantum mechanics or quantum chemistry, like that topics, but it's in the syllabus of IIT JAM examination. So like that Bohr's theory of hydrogen like system, that is Rydberg equation, whatever you have, different Balmer series, different series, that kind of problem you have already solved in your class 10 plus 1 or 10 plus 2 levels. Okay, that kind of problems. Then wave particle duality, that is of course de Broglie hypothesis, that I have already discussed in my notes. Okay, physical chemistry notes. Okay, just do follow that. Then uncertainty principle and its corresponding problems. Okay, regarding problems, and the Schrodinger wave equation, that is Schrodinger wave equation for hydrogen atom, and the corresponding quantum mechanics, that is of course different kind of operators, observables. Okay, then particle in a box, particle in a 3D box, degeneracy factor, this kind of all those things. Okay, then different kind of operators like Hermitian operators, linear operators, non-linear operators, like that, all those operators. Okay, kinetic energy operators, Hamiltonian operators, these kinds of all those things you have to read. So this is about quantum mechanics. Okay, that I have already told you, that if you already you are reading these things, then it's okay. Otherwise you just have to read all those things. Then Hund's rule and Pauli's exclusion principle and the corresponding quantum numbers. Okay, that is already you know from your class 10 plus 2. That is the basic of the chemistry. So then electronic configuration of simple homonuclear diatomic molecules, that means the molecular orbital diagram of boron, carbon, B2, C2, O2, O2 plus, O2 minus, like that, N2 plus, N2 minus, C2 plus, C2 minus, everything, every combination. Okay, you can just do practice. And along with that, the bond order calculation, the bond order series, the bond orders. Okay, what will be the bond order, different kind of order, the lowest bond strength, highest bond strength, from there the corresponding bond distance, bond strength, okay, like that things, okay, bond length, whatever, these kind of things you have to know from the MO theory. Okay, simple default, simple homonuclear diatomic molecules, only for homonuclear, that is B2C2, not AB type molecules, not like that. Okay, only homonuclear. Then coming to theory of gases. So from theory of gases, two things are important. First important is ideal and real gases. Second important thing is equipartition principle. So these 2 points you have to take care of. That first topic is ideal gas and the corresponding equation, real gas corresponding equation, and the corresponding different kinds of constants like A and B for real gases. What is A, what is B, their significance and their units, like that, this kind of thing. Okay, and the corresponding B equals to like that 4 by 3 pi Rn. Okay, it's 8 times of the volume. What is excluded volume, this kind of things, only the basic things. Okay, ideal gas, real gas equation and their significance, and the corresponding parameters, and the if there are any constants, their units, what are the different units, okay, their dimensions, like that things. And the second thing is the kinetic theory of gases, that is of course the Maxwell Boltzmann distribution law, that is 3-dimensional array. So that means the average, RMS and most probable velocity equation. Okay, you have to take care of this equation. Okay, that is very very important. Remember this one, the most probable velocity, RMS velocity and average velocity, very very important equation. Then equipartition principle, that is CP/CB calculation for diatomic, monatomic and triatomic gases, and their corresponding CP by CB, that is gamma value. You have to remember all these things. Okay, equipartition principle is very very important once again. So then coming to solid state. Okay, solid state, just do two things. One is Bragg's equation, another is density calculation formula. Remember these two, very very, these two. Okay, you will find at least one question from any of these two. I am giving you one exact question that of course will be coming in the JAM 2020. That is, the first question is, of course one question will come from density formula, or another, or the Bragg's equation. Okay, you will find at least one question from this. Or other things like packing efficiency, what is the packing efficiency for BCC, FCC, simple cubic or primitive like cubic. Then what is radius ratio rule, that corresponding values, like that. Okay, lattice energy calculations like bond length equation, then bond Haber cycle, like that. Okay, these kind of things you have to take care of that. Heat capacity of solid, this doesn't require to read, because it's already included in the gaseous state heat capacity. Okay, so in solids I haven't seen any questions from this heat capacity of solids. Isomorphism topic is not that much important, but I have already included in my notes what is isomorphism in very detail. So if you want to read, you can read from there. So then coming to chemical thermodynamics. Okay, sorry. So from chemical thermodynamics, the questions, the topics are reversible, irreversible processes. That is, of course, I am talking you frankly, that is frankly speaking, that the first order, first law, second law, and not third law. First law and second law is very very important. So from first law, what you need to read, the all the equations that I have already discussed, that 120-30 pages PDF file, that was from thermodynamic, whatever I have provided you. So from there, just to remember all the important equations. Okay, you have to remember the equations. Okay, and to remember those equations, you have to read all those things, you have to understand all those things. And the most important equation, how can you find that these reactions are most important? So to do that, you just have to check the previous year question papers, and if you check the previous year question papers, then you can easily get the idea what type of questions, from where the questions are generally coming. Okay, then you can get the idea, and you can remember all those equations likely to be like, let's take ideal and real gaseous equation. Okay, so generally real gaseous equations you should not you need not to remember, because real gaseous equations are little bit bigger. Okay, little bit it's lengthy, so they doesn't the question setters who are setting the questions, they also know that the ideal gaseous, real gaseous equations students easily can't remember all those things, so they generally gives questions from the real gases. So this kind of things, these kinds of tricks you can apply. So this is about the chemical thermodynamics first law. From second law, the most important thing is spontaneity, different kind of spontaneity conditions, criteria, the corresponding free energy delta G equals to different kind of equilibrium constants, relation between delta G and equilibrium constant, like that. Then delta G and delta A relation, delta G equals delta A plus nRT, like that equations. Delta G equals to delta H minus T delta S, like equation. then delta H equals to delta E minus delta E plus delta N RT, like that equation. So this kind of equation, of course, you have to remember all those for your IIT JAM examination. And another thing is Maxwell equations, of course, very very important. Okay, and third law is not that much important. Okay, but the thermochemistry part, that is the first application of the first law, is very very important. Okay, so remember this one. And whatever I want to tell you, that I must tell you that whatever you have read in your class 11 and class 12 chemistry, the thermochemistry part, that will be enough except the Kirchhoff equations. Okay, and along with this, the Last-Atelier principle. Okay, so that will be enough for this course. Okay, for the IIT JAM examination. So do solve and in the last of this video, according to after finishing the physical chemistry part, discussing the part, I will be talking about some tips that you should follow from the physical chemistry, and that will be very very important. Okay, so just keep watching. So then coming to chemical and phase equilibria. Okay, so from chemical and phase equilibria, do one thing: the effect of temperature on K. That is very very important topic. That is the, I think, Van 't Hoff equation, like that. Okay, so from that equation, rate constant and relation between rate constant and temperature. That is very important relation. And from this, they will provide you one temperature, one rate constant, another temperature. What will be the rate constant? This type of question, very straightforward question. So you can easily solve those questions by remembering all the required formula. Okay, the formula is also very very easy to remember. So this kind of thing. Then Kp, Kc, Kx relations between them. Okay, and what is Kn? Kn means K1, K2, like that things. Then the pH and buffer solutions, the definitions, buffer capacity, then general what will be the pH of this solution, that solution. Okay, this kind of problems that I have already provided a lot of problems regarding that. Then buffer solution problems. Okay, that is also very very easy. So you have to solve the problems, generally numerical type problems. And then solve hydrolysis. That is, of course, you know the four formulas, not three formulas. Weak acid, strong base, strong acid, weak base, weak acid, weak base. Strong acid, strong base doesn't require any hydrolysis. Okay, so then solubility product is very very important topic. Remember this one, guys, that the solubility product is very very important topic. Okay, so the formula, general formula, that is equals to solubility Ksp equals to activity of salt, metal ion, and the activity of the anions. Okay, whatever that is. And the another equation is Ksp equals to x to the power x, y to the power y, s to the power x plus y, where s is the solubility. So these equation, they will give the solubility product, you have to find solubility, or they will provide solubility, you have to find solubility product, this kind of things. Okay, so that is very very important. So this whatever everything I have already provided in my notes. So if you have that notes, then you easily just do read all those things, because believe me, after if you don't read all those things after the JAM examination, when you find the question papers, you will think that, yeah, I should read all those things. Okay, so that should not occur. So whatever the next is okay, next coming to phase rule. Phase rule means phase equilibria for one component and two component system. So just do read the H2 system, CO2 system, sulfur system. That will be enough for the JAM. For two component system, Raoult's law like things, that is not that much important. I have not seen any questions from those topics. Okay, just so you can ignore all those things, because that will be time wasting totally. Then coming to colligative properties. From colligative properties, just do read the questions, the things like relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation of boiling point, decreasing of freezing point, and finally osmotic pressure calculation. So all these things, then corresponding Van 't Hoff factor, then the association and dissociation, then their correlation. Okay, like that, up with the previous colligative properties, like lowering of vapor pressure, boiling point, elevation, decreasing of freezing point, like that, osmotic pressure, like that, all those things. And from there you have to solve a lot of numerical type questions. Okay, and that I have already provided in my notes, a lot of numerical type questions. And you know that 173 different kind of extra numerical also numericals are there in my notes, and 173 different kind of numericals are also there. So just do check all those things. So it's done almost. So next, coming to electrochemistry. So from electrochemistry, you have to remember the basic transport number. Generally from transport number, they will not provide you any question. So reaction of various order, that is first order, second order reaction, that is I have taken from chemical kinetics. So conductance and its application. So conductance and its application, that means solubility, product determination, like that, these things. Okay, that already done in the previous section. Then transport number, then galvanic cells, that is EMF, then free energy, that is delta G equals to minus NFE, delta G equals to minus RT ln K. So these equations are very very important. Then concentration cells without and with transference. Then transference, what is transport number, transference number. Then the different kind of calculation likely to be concentration cells. Okay, on that there is cell formation, and from equation, and from cell the equation formation like that, and the corresponding numericals are very very important. Then delta H calculation for cells, delta S calculation for cells, delta G calculations for cells. These things are, I'm sorry, very very important. Okay, so remember all these things. Then coming to polarography, that is not much important. Then dy Huckel Onsover theory of strong electrolytes. So remember this theory. I have discussed this theory very good. The explanation was very good. So just to read at least 2 times, then you will find one questions and you can easily solve that questions. Okay, from this topic. Okay, so just be careful. Then coming to chemical kinetics, the reaction, different kinds of reaction, that is first order, second order, zeroth order, that will be enough. Zeroth, first and second order reaction, and how the equations are generated. Okay, and how can you plot the different time graphs, that is concentration of reactant versus time, rate versus time, this kind of plots, that is very important for chemical kinetics, that I have already discussed in my notes. Then Arrhenius equation, that is very very important, and its differential and integral forms to calculate the rate constant at different temperature, that is very very important. Collision theory, its assumption, and its assumption is much more important than the final equation. Transition state theory, same is here, same is true, assumption is very very important. Then chain reactions. Okay, chain reactions, you know, the assumptions and the corresponding features of chain reactions are very very important. Then enzyme kinetics, catalysis. Okay, these topics are little bit important. Okay, but okay, you can enzyme kinetics, the forward reaction, backward reaction, how they interact, okay, with the reactant, in how enzymes are interact with the reactant, how they can be used as catalysis. Okay, so these kind of things. Then photochemical processes, the electron transition like that. Okay, these kind of things you have to remember. Then the basic things, okay, not in very great detail. Okay, then coming to adsorption. So from adsorption you have to find the surface area of the adsorbents, the problems. Okay, regarding the problems and the corresponding plots, graphs. So bait adsorption isotherm, then Friendly's adsorption isotherm. Okay, this kind of isotherm and their plots, that is very very important. Physical adsorption, chemical adsorption, these kinds of, and their corresponding plots, how the plots are looking like. Okay, so you just have to remember all those plots from the adsorption and the corresponding numerical type questions, that is that can be calculated, that easily used to calculate the surface area of the adsorbents. Okay, likely to be the steric, they have given the steric acid, they have asked to calculate the surface area of the acid or the length of the acid. Okay, the molecular weight of, like that, this kind of things. Okay, that you can easily solve if you practice whatever I have given you in my notes. Okay, so that is the important. Surface films, I have not seen any questions regarding that, but I have already provided all those things, so you can easily ignore, or you can easily read whatever you want. If you have time, you can read. If you don't have time, I will provide you, I will tell you that, I will suggest you that no need to read all those things. Last, coming to the spectroscopy, that is spectroscopy, Beer-Lambert's law, incident rates, transmitted rates, and the corresponding equation. Okay, the equation is important to solve the question papers, and the rotational, vibrational, electronic, and magnetic resonance spectroscopy. In this, among these, magnetic resonance spectroscopy is not that much important for JAM examination, because I haven't seen any questions. Electronic, rotational, vibration. Rotational means microwave, vibrational means IR, and electronic, that is of course I have already told you in the photochemical processes, so that is important. But rotational and vibrational much more important than others too. Okay, so do focus on rotational and vibrational level, which molecule shows the how to calculate bond length from the rotational constant, then which molecule shows the rotational motion, which molecule shows vibrational or IR spectra, the corresponding dipole moment. Okay, changing dipole moment, like that, this kind of things. Okay, the example of the molecules that shows the rotational spectra or vibrational spectra, like that, the examples. Okay, number of vibrational, mood of motions, like that, things that I have already given in my notes. So just do read all those things. Okay, just do read, you have to read. You sometimes what will happen, you will find that you are you have started, but you think these things I should not read, and these things generally doesn't come. But remember these things, I read all those things and I cracked the examination. Okay, so just don't do the mistake. Okay, just do read all those things, and then you will find that at least if you read all those things, you will easily cover at least 70 marks, at least 70 marks from the JAM 2020, that I can give you the surety. Okay, so that is about from physical chemistry. So that's all about that. And as I have told you, the organic and inorganic part will be coming soon, and that you will get on 11th October. Okay, and as I have told you that I will be giving you some tips, and the tip is from physical chemistry 90% questions coming as numericals. Okay, so do solve all the numericals from the physical chemistry, different kind of numericals from thermodynamics, from adsorption, from chemical kinetics, from electrochemistry, from phase equilibria, chemical equilibria. Just do solid state. Okay, just do solve all those things, and whatever topics I have told you, just do to remember that whether you know these topics, whether you know these things or not. Okay, if you don't know, you can just learn. If you know, then you can just revise. Okay, don't ignore these topics, because whatever I have told you, uh, based on my previous experience, and by of course seeing the question papers or previous year question papers like that. Okay, so that's all about this video, and as I am telling you that all these things are very important, so don't ignore all those things. So good luck for that, and thank you, thanks for watching.